So I've been working out 3 to 5 times per week for about 16 years now, and I'm still waiting for that motivation to show up. If you have weight to lose and you're struggling with motivation, you're not alone, so was I. So in today's episode, I'm gonna go over 3 simple motivation hacks that you can apply to your life that helped me lose 100 pounds so you can hit your big weight loss goal as well. So the first thing is that motivation is actually a myth. Don't believe me? Let me prove it to you. Think of all the things that you do on a daily, regular basis in your life that you don't feel motivation to do. So let's list, maybe this doesn't apply to everyone, but let's just put some things that most of us do on a daily basis. We just get up and we just choose to do these things. There's work, there's brushing your teeth, there's parenting, and not every day, but let's just put one here that we all do, that's taxes. All right, so now that we see these things on a scale of 1 to 10 on how motivated or how unmotivated we are for these things. So if we were to rate these things on a scale of 1 to 10 of like how motivated we are to how unmotivated we are to do these things, it doesn't matter. We wake up and we do these things. I'm guessing a lot of you aren't waking up like the first thing you just spring out of bed and you're like, I'm freaking stoked to brush my teeth this morning. It's like, probably not. The same, maybe you are for work some days, but some days you're not. And so my point in pointing this out is a lot of times when you're trying to lose weight, you can be really hard on yourself and think that there's something wrong with you that you just can't stick with it because you're searching for this mythical creature that we call motivation. But I want to point this out to you to show you that you are a consistent person. You just have to choose to be a consistent person when it comes to your health and your fitness. And so that being said, you're like, okay, I understand that. How do I choose to be a consistent person when it comes to health and fitness? There's a couple things that you can do to manipulate the feeling of motivation. But if you think about it, when you're angry, sad, depressed, elated, whatever emotions you're feeling, I've gone to the gym and worked out on all of those types of things. So you don't need motivation to be successful and lose weight and be healthy. However, if you want to manipulate your emotions to choose to do these things to be a consistent person, then let me show you a couple hacks that have really helped me in the past. And these are just things that are really good to know as general rules for motivation in life. And the first one is that motivation equals deprivation. And here's what I mean by this. So you've probably heard that old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Well, think about if you were in control of the universe and if you led the horse to water and then you kicked up the temperature to 120 degrees outside and you salted the horse's mouth and you hadn't watered it in 2 days, do you think the horse would drink from the watering hole? Yeah, it would. And so that is basically what happens with motivation for us as humans. And let me show you a few funny ways that you can understand the analogy better. Think about the times that you're most motivated to eat, drink, or even hanky-panky. And so you are more motivated to do these things the longer the amount of time that you wait between them. So if you have ever done a fast for, let's say, a diet or religious reasons, you're so hungry after the fast, whether it's 24 hours or 48 hours, that's all you can think about. You're so motivated because you're so deprived of that thing. The same is true for drinking water. The same is true maybe if your spouse went on a business trip for a couple of weeks and it's been a while since you had some hanky-panky. And so if you think about the things in your life that you are finding yourself doing out of like that emotion, chances are it's because you've been deprived of it for such a long time. Now, here's what trips most people up. Let me draw 2 friends groups for you. I don't know why they're all holding hands, but that's what they're doing, okay? So friends group number 1 over here, and then we have friends group number 2 over here. And hopefully I don't offend you, but let's do this. Let's give these friends biceps because they work out. And let's give these friends big bellies because they don't work out, okay? And so the point I'm trying to make here is that if you, let's say this is you, and let's say that you are a friend of this friends group versus of the people that eat pizza and beer on the weekend, watch the games, never work out, complain about everything happening in their lives and not take any action. Or if you are a part of the friends group of people that work out 3 times of the week, that eat well, that have goals that they're working towards in their life, how motivated do you think that you're gonna be if you're trying to lose 25 pounds or 50 pounds, if you're hanging out with this type of friends group, you're not going to be motivated at all because you're not deprived of the goal that you're looking for. And the opposite of true, if you were the person that was in the worst shape with a group of, let's say, fitness enthusiasts or even bodybuilders, what are the chances that you're going to feel super motivated to start to lose weight and get in shape? Very high, because you are very deprived of what you're surrounding yourself with and what you're comparing yourself to. How do I know this? When I wanted to lose my 100 pounds, I sought out a bodybuilder and asked to become part of his friends group. He took me under his wing, he took me to the gym. I was the fat kid surrounded by fitness people. And guess how high my motivation was at that time? Super freaking high, because I stopped hanging out with the people that didn't care about my goals and didn't care about how depressed I was and how unhealthy I was, right? I left that friends group and I surrounded myself and I started comparing myself to people that I wanted to become. And that's how I finally found the motivation, which is a myth, to actually be a consistent person when it comes to health and fitness. So if you have a big weight loss goal, if you've done programs in the past and you've lost some weight and you've fallen off and you've gained the weight back, I understand what you're going through, trust me. What you need to understand though is that if you're waiting for motivation to be the lucky jackrabbit or the little leprechaun under the rainbow, it's never gonna happen for you. You have to just choose to be a healthy and fit person, just like you choose to brush your teeth, be a good parent, show up to work on time, pay your taxes. Those are not things that you're probably always jazzed or very excited about, but they're things that you do because you know if you don't brush your teeth are gonna rot and fall out. If you're not a good parent, your kid's gonna turn into a little monster. If you don't show up to work, you're not gonna be able to provide a life for yourself. And if you don't pay your taxes, you're gonna be thrown in jail. And so these are things that we clearly understand from a logical perspective. Why then do we be consistent with these things, but then our own happiness and the only place we have to live, which is this vessel, this body that we've been given, we neglect and we don't take care of? It doesn't make any sense. Don't let the belief that you need to be motivated stop you from choosing to be a healthy and fit person. We believe in you. You've got this. I hope these tips helped you understand how to make that breakthrough for yourself in your life. If you did find value in the video, it would mean a lot to us if you gave it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, maybe share it with someone else that is struggling with motivation in their life so we can all get fit and healthy together. And if you want help implementing these tactics, the motivation hacks, the at-home workouts, the meal plans, we would love to have you join us in our private online community. It's a private Facebook group. You can click below the link to request access to join that. Right now, there's over 100 women that are all supporting and motivating each other inside that group. Everyone's getting amazing results. And if you want help understanding what good carbs and bad carbs are, check out this video I made here going over Santa's nice and naughty carb list. If you want some creative, healthy, and great tasting, low calorie and high protein recipes, check out this video here where I show you how to make a low calorie pasta Caesar salad. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.